The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 496 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Geo playing cards from Terra Studios. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have the Geo playing cards here, and more of like a satiny kind of finish stock box. There's a little bit of shine to it, but still like a little bit more on the matte side. So we're getting in between a glossy and a matte finish there. And for the talk box here, got a pretty simplistic talk box. All we have is that earth there, and then all sides of the talk box are just that flat black colorway. And then a little bit of text on the bottom here. It says Geo playing cards, designed by Terra Studio, developed in Italy, made in PRC, first edition, one of 500. And there are no seals. There's no seal on the cards. On the top here, you got that Terra Studios in the little rainbow text. And if we open the tuck flap, the tuck flap and the inner tuck flap, so there's that black colorway. And if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box is that matte white finish, nothing too crazy or fancy going on there. And now that we took a look at the pretty simplistic tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the backside. So here we have a mirrored backside with the standard white border. It's a pretty simplistic backside. So an all black backside, just with that Terra Studios logo there and that kind of more rainbowy colorway there. And if you flip it over, same design in both directions. And now for the cards you get with the deck. And here we start with the first card here. It is the Ace of Clubs here. And you got this kind of like, I guess kind of like, I'm not sure if it's like a picture or a painting, but it's kind of like the ocean there with some fish. And then you got like the sky up there. And then the rest of the cards are, I guess like, they kind of look more like painting kind of stylish. And we're starting with the clubs here. And it looks like all the cards have different little artworks and like, and nature kind of themed pictures on there. So you got like plants, you got like trees, you got like, some water like the ocean and the river, you got some waves, and an iceberg, the northern lights. So different like outside kind of things on every card, I guess. And so there's no actual like suits or pips except for the little corner ones, which are pretty standard looking. Everybody got like all different custom little artworks on each card. Some are similar, but I don't think there's any that are like identical. They all look pretty different. Yeah. Except for some. There is a few Northern Lights ones in here, but I'm not sure if it's all the same like pattern or not. Ooh, the Ace of Spades is pretty cool. A tornado for the Ace of Spades. And then most of them are just like outside stuff. And there's a couple of fruits and vegetables in there. Another Northern Lights. So that's a slightly different Northern Lights. So I guess all the cards are kind of similar, like all the numbers, I think. And then you got the two Jokers here, which are the it says Joker there in the custom font, and then you got the black squares, the little blue thin border, and then you got the earth there in the middle, and it's two different, yeah, there's slightly different earth images there. And then you got the little Terra Studios little ad card here. Here. I was gonna say all some of the cards are the same, but no, I don't think. Well, the sevens I know, the seven of spades also had a Northern Lights, so I think all the sevens have like Northern Lights on them. There, so like, there's similar kind of themed per like number of the cards. So yeah, there. So yeah, so they're all different faces. Pretty interesting. And then for the handling, they're made in PRC. So I always forget what companies are out there. I know Cardamundi is out there, but I'm not sure if it's Cardamundi or not. But it has a slightly different stock of finish, as you can see, than your standard like bicycle finish there. So they will handle slightly different and feel different because they definitely feel a little bit different just in the hands as they are. But now for the handling. They still spring pretty nicely. But I can definitely tell they feel like handle slightly different. It's like a medium kind of flex to the cards, like thickness. Like the cards are definitely thicker stock of a card, but they still like bend and flex pretty nicely. Still a little bit stiff, so you have to break them in slightly, but not too much. They fan decently. Got decent fan ability. As you can see, most of the pips and numbers there, so they spread pretty nicely. And then for the Pharaoh, they Pharaoh pretty nicely. You have to slightly push them together, but other than that, pretty nice. Nice giant fan of the back design and all face cards. And now for the Pharaoh, the Riffle Shovel. Well, they definitely riffle pretty nicely. A little bit like a softer riffle, but still they riffle pretty nicely. No issues there with the riffles. They seem to work every single time. And of course, they're going to pack it up pretty nicely. It'll just slightly feel different in your hands because it's a different stock of finish. So they'll feel slightly different, but they're still pretty much packet cut pretty much the same. A slightly thicker stock, so they will dribble pretty nicely. So overall, a pretty decent deck. You got that pretty simplistic back design there. Nothing like too crazy going on with the back design itself. It's just a black background there with the Terra Studios logo in a mirrored format. But the faces are where it's fully custom there. You got the fully custom like different like natural kind of like images there. So you got the night sky, you got like a waterfall, and northern lights, which we talked about, and different like seasons and natural like disasters and stuff like that, like the sun. Some of them are like tornadoes and stuff like that. So different nature themed pictures or paintings there on each card. They're pretty interesting to look at. There's definitely lots to look at in this deck. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 496 of Daily Deck Review. And this has been. Oh, wait. No, this never focuses. Now, this has been the Geo playing cards from Terra Studios. And I'm the Canadian Calculator signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.